I'm Dragonblitz. I have some lovely friends here who are going to help me with commentary if you guys don't mind introducing yourselves.
Ladies first.
Yeah. My name's Kiara. Hello. I've never played this game.
I'm Bobbeigh. I play a myriad of Castlevania games, besides this one.
Alrighty, there's going to be a lot that goes into this game, so I'll try and do a short spiel now so we're not talking over ourselves during the run itself. This is a pretty new route with the release of the Dominus Collection. There's been a lot more eyes on Ecclesia and the other DS Castlevania games. I want to give a huge shout outs to two people in particular who made this route possible. We have Valissa for originally discovering a memory corruption glitch that is huge for this route, as well as Algorithm, a massive glitch hunter who made a lot of the routing and particular way that this run ended up working out possible. So huge shout outs to you and everybody else in the Castlevania speedrunning community for also helping out in whatever small ways you do, even if it's just watching runs or whatever. This run is all based off of community effort, so I want to thank you all for that. I'm very happy to be showcasing it here. I guess I'll just get into it now, and we can talk about the run as it goes on. Let's get started in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck, brother.
Good luck.
Thank you. Yeah, this is Castlevania Order of Ecclesia. It's kind of weird in the world of Castlevania games, especially in the Metroidvania genre. It forgoes like an open castle structure for a lot of level-based things early on, and then we get into a more open castle later on. This is the tutorial section. We're learning how to use our items. These are called glyphs. We absorb them, and then we get their powers. Here, it's basically like the system that allows you to utilize like weapons, attacks, spells. It's all based off of this glyph system. The other thing that's different about this game is you'll notice the MP bar drains very quickly. That guy ran away from me. Losing a little bit of time here. The MP system in this game, I kind of look at it like a stamina bar almost from like a Dark Souls game, because you drain it very quickly with your movement options, and then you have to wait for it to refill. But thankfully, early on into the run, we're going to do a glitch that's going to give us a lot of MP, as well as a bunch of other stats, because we're going to be just getting a bunch of levels for free here. I'm going to save the game and reset and actually enter the boss rush mode.
And this is where it all begins.
Yep. Okay, here I'm going to pull on a map pin at the top of the screen and then enter the boss rush mode. This does a memory corruption glitch thing. The game doesn't know what character I am right now, so it's going to open these boss doors when you're not normally supposed to be able to. I touch a little cutscene trigger there, and now I'm able to explore the actual like level system of the game while in boss rush mode. This lets me touch the save during boss rush mode. And now if I reload that save, I am back in like the normal mode again. But I get all of the, if I can show it off here, levels and experience and whatnot. You'll see I'm level 50 right now. You're not supposed to be level 50 at the start of the game. So I'm able to just like damage boost, kill enemies very, very easily. I have a lot of MP to work with for movement tech. Here I am going for an item drop specifically, so I'm hoping that we get one. Those chests have like I want to say like it's a 20% chance to drop a magical ticket, something like that. It's very likely that we get one over the course of this starting section here. I have one more chance to get one. If I don't, I have to load a save state because the run does not work without it. So it would be a case where if I was doing runs at home, I would just reset. But obviously for a showcase like this, don't want to keep you guys waiting when all the fun glitchy goodness is about to happen. Yeah, there it is. It needed to be a magical ticket there. But thankfully we have backups, and this chest is guaranteed to give me one. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah,
all right.
The save state functionality built into the Dominus Collection is very nice for showcases like this. I'm going out of my way for a heart max up. Hearts are very, very important in this game. It's kind of like your ammo for doing big damage. We are a high level, but we're not going to be getting a lot of like super high level glyphs for attack purposes until later on in the run. So if we want to clear enemies, we're going to have to utilize glyph unions. It's a type of powered up attack that is very, very powerful that we'll showcase a little bit later. Here I have to grab Magnes and do a frame perfect glitch here. There we go, second try is not bad. It's a menu glitch that allows me to use that magical ticket that we picked up in places that you're not normally supposed to. This glitch has huge implications throughout the run. We're going to be able to use that to both enter and exit boss rush mode in weird ways that will completely break this game wide open. It's the reason why any percent speedrun before the Dominus Collection came out and before a lot of the glitch hunting really took off. The run was about a 55-ish, about an hour-ish run. Now the world record is under 30 minutes. So a lot has changed since then. And it's just a combination of like 2 glitches and a lot of hard work from the community to like route them in properly. This section here is one of those linear type levels that I was talking about earlier. So this would actually be a great time to just talk about some donations or whatever's going on with Direct Relief. Or, sorry, I'm so sorry.
MSF.
MSF, sorry.
All good, all good. I would absolutely love to jump in and talk about everything going on, especially with the fact that we have so many donations coming in that I just want to remind everyone that you can now donate directly through Twitch. We now have an active donation tool. If you look down at the bottom of your screen on a desktop where your subscription button used to be, there is now a donate to charity button. You don't even have to leave Twitch anymore. You can donate straight to the charity, and if you activate a Twitch extension, you can apply that donation to an incentive within 15 minutes of your donation, such as the Donkey Kong Jungle Beat bonus game, and we are past $10,000 raised for that bonus game already. We are 20% of the way there. Keep that hype coming. Do I got time for one more?
Go for one more, yeah.
Heck yeah. Let me get you some love coming in from your community, such as $25 from Scarflight saying, good luck, Dragonblitz. Found you through GDQ years ago. Loved watching you ever since. Great to see you at another GDQ event. Keep crushing it.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, right there, we just passed a room where we got another magical ticket, and we also saved a villager. That is the shopkeeper here. Getting really rough RNG from these sections here. It's unfortunate, but it's okay. That villager unlocks the shop for us, which is going to be useful. We can buy more magical tickets, so we can do more of those magical ticket glitches later on, which is very, very important. It also is a point where the way you're meant to play this game normally is there are 14 villagers throughout the linear levels that you have to find before you can unlock Dracula's castle and get like to the end game portion. We are not going to be collecting any of those villagers. There's going to be a glitch later on that will save us a lot of time.
Those poor villagers.
Yeah. Sorry, we're not saving the villagers this run. This is going to be like the first boss fight that we're doing outside of boss rush. And we're going to be using glyph unions here to throw a big hammer down, do some attack cancels, and kill them very, very quickly. That is the power of glyph unions. All of my hearts are gone. It costs hearts to use those glyph union attacks, but they are powered up versions of whatever glyphs you have equipped. And they take on the element of the equipped glyphs. So for example, 2 hammer glyphs gives you a big hammer. Things like an ice glyph and a sword glyph, which we'll be using later on, will give us a big ice sword. Very, very cool stuff. It's a lot of like customizable types of attacks that are nice to use, and they do a ton of damage too. The other things with like this run is you're going to be seeing me just do a lot of damage boosting. Most of the time it's not worth going out of my way to defeat any enemies. Because we are such a high level, we don't have to worry about dying necessarily. The only times it's going to be risky is when we intentionally take a lot of damage for where we're going to be trading our health for extra damage on certain bosses later on. The other thing that's important to note about this run is the glitches that have been discovered are very, very powerful. However, they do have to keep in mind that these items that we're collecting here, this is the first of 3. This is the Dominus Hatred. There are 3 pieces of Dominus that we need to collect in order to defeat Dracula. The game just literally won't let you finish the game without them. They're like hard-coded that way. So, there are glitches powerful enough to get us to Dracula right now. However, we need those Dominus pieces to actually finish the game. So there are some guardrails on this run. Otherwise, the 90% run could be as little as like 7 minutes or something like that. But we do get to see more of the game, explore some of the unique glitches and stuff. This movement option here is called Magnes. I got it early on in the game. It lets me lock onto these little like magnet spots on the in different parts of the levels and fling myself using them. The other thing it's nice to use is it's the ability that I'm using to do backdash cancels. I'm essentially backdashing and then canceling it with the Magnes ability to just backdash over and over and over again. It's very, very nice.
Yeah, I always like to think of the enemies here. You know, whose only purpose in life was to stop you, and you just come in doing all these backflips right past them. It's like, oh.
In true modern Metroidvania.
Yeah. What am I going to do with the rest of my life?
Alrighty, so that's kind of like the early like linear section out of the way. I just needed to unlock the lighthouse on the map. Now I can magical ticket again. I'm gonna grab some hearts here. It is optimal to mash down to have the hearts spawn faster. It's not just me stimming, I promise. Here I'm gonna buy some meat, some magical tickets, and that should be the last time we see the shopkeeper. I'm going to now save the game, restart, and enter boss rush yet again. So boss rush is a massive tool for this speedrun. This time, instead of using the boss rush for a glitch right away, we're actually going to be intending to defeat a lot of these enemies, because the way they program the boss rush in this game is instead of like creating a separate map, that's a new item that we just got, Dominus Hatred. It kills things very, very fast. It costs health to use, by the way, so I have to be careful to not use too much health. Sorry. So from here, we intend to actually like do a lot of damage to these bosses with the equipment that we have. This is a fan favorite boss from his lovely voice lines. Oh, he's going over there. Okay, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. It's kind of an auto-scroller boss where we can only do so much damage during certain parts of this section. So essentially, we just wait for him to break the ceiling above us. But during this boss rush section, we are going to be using the fact that the game warps you around the actual physical game world instead of putting you in like a separate sectioned off boss rush mode to skip portions of levels to get to the ends of levels to make a lot of progress that way.
If this boss is a bit of an auto-scroller, think I can squeeze in a quick donation that's a little bit topical?
Of course.
We've got $25 from Sushi Elemental that says, Dr. Acula to the boss room. Calling Dr. Acula, please come to the boss room. Thank you. Thank you so much, Sushi Elemental, for that wonderful donation.
I would love to hear many Shaw donations as well. Because this is not the last time we're going to be hearing it from one of these bosses. It's a very iconic sound effect from this game. We got one right here.
Sure. There you go.
Yeah, there is actually a glitch that does allow you to skip this entire section. However, I don't think it fits in this route. There are a few different routes that are technically possible in this game, and this one is the most marathon safe and doesn't require me to down patch to a different version. So that's why we're seeing this one. The other one is slightly faster. It's about a minute faster, but for the sake of showcasing the run, I think I do need to use those two.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the Dominus Hatred glyph. So not only are those glyphs required for the sake of like story purposes, they're also very powerful weapons that we can utilize. So we're going to be seeing a lot of big green energy blasts on the screen during this boss rush section.
Like seeing, oh.
Yeah. If we get a good pattern here, yes, that attack. If we see that attack a lot, we're happy.
Yeah.
Oh no, she's giving us the wave. I shouldn't have even used this because I have to wait for this anyways. It's fine. Yeah, boss RNG can be a little annoying, but it's usually not that big of a deal. Although, in practice, she was usually a lot nicer, but it's fine. This is going to be the last boss of this boss rush section that we do. And after this, we're going to basically do some cleanup in the boss rush mode, but exploring the actual levels themselves to acquire like key items and stuff like that. Use that. Yep, get the double hit. There we go. Very efficient use of attack MP there.
Yeah, and your HP is also like a currency in this, at least to use weapons, because a lot of these more powerful attacks cost HP to use as well. So I've got to keep track of both those meters.
Yeah, Dominus will be really good for that. I also like this version of Dominus. It just looks like the Zero Rikohan from like Mega Man X5. Mm-hmm. Like it's just a lot of good callbacks there. Good, no command grabs.
There we go.
Really
and
quickly.
We got the this way. Yeah, getting the magical ticket glitch there is also very, very nice. So now the game thinks we're in boss rush mode. That's why there's the big timer on the screen, but we're actually able to explore levels as if the game is normal. The only downside is there are a couple of restrictions as far as like what cutscenes are allowed to play or what menus we're allowed to access, but we can get items that are in chests, for example. So that item right there, the serpent scale, which gives us the ability to move freely underwater. We can now teleport to the next area, grab this item, the ordinary rock, which for whatever reason lets you double jump, which is nice. Having access to a double jump, always great in a Castlevania game. And then the other reason we're, instead of warping directly to that last area that we were at, Giant's Dwelling, where we had the creature boss fight, instead we need to unlock that area on the map. And the only way to unlock areas on the map is to physically exit the zone previously. So that's why we're going through this section here. Got to carefully dodge these guys.
Which is super funny because once we get to the map, this place hasn't really been discovered yet, so it's just going to be an empty area of the map, so pay attention to that.
Yeah. So we're skipping through, ow, what a spawn. We're skipping through zones that we don't need to return to, but Giant's Dwelling, wow, I'm getting so unlucky with these spawns. For example, yeah, we can't even go there. There's just an arrow pointing to nothing. I didn't need to do this, but it's fine. Just a little bit of time lost. I'm supposed to go back to the lighthouse here because this is the closest boss room that we have access to use the boss warps themselves, like this, warp, warp, warp again. Now, conveniently right here is another save room. We save the game and we can reset. We can now exit the boss rush mode and play normally again and get access to cutscenes and progress the story normally. That section right there is one of the biggest time saves from the route. Previously, all of these levels needed to be played through essentially glitchless before, and that is where a lot of the time save comes in. Here, I'm going to be going back to Caldeus' channel because it's just a convenient time to come down here and grab this now that we can move underwater. There we go. Shouts to Joel on the screen there. My buddy, my friend. We just wanted the extra heart max up. And on top of that, there's a cutscene that plays here now because of story reasons. There's a couple of times that will happen. There is another cutscene waiting for me that I could do, but it's actually more efficient to do it slightly later here. But this is going to be yet another long linear section, so a great time for some donations.
Hey, this looks like a bloodstained area.
Yeah, I wonder why. There we go.
This is one of my favorite songs in the game, too.
Oh, it's so
Love
good.
it.
Genuinely so good. This room actually is kind of unique because the other route relies on being able to access this glyph that we just got there, Volgrando, while in a glitch state. The patch that I am playing on does not have access to the right type of memory corruption to allow us to grab that glyph, so the entire route is different because of it. So,
There we go. Moving forward.
nice.
Yeah, very good.
Movement, yeah. That's one of the things that I love about this game is the movement feels so incredibly good with the different backdash cancels. You get double jump pretty early as well. The Magnes glyph itself allows you to like fling yourself off of these like magnetic like diodes in the middle of the screen. There's even in the glitchless run, I believe they go out of their way to get Redire, which is a glyph that lets you throw out your own magnetic like lock-on things and you go flying. It's very, very cool. Shout out to the glitchless run of this game.
Steven's doing a... Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say also shout out to Lonely SR, who is going to be here. She is another fantastic speedrunner who wanted to help on commentary. I hope you're doing well. But she is fantastic at the glitchless run, for example.
Big love for Lonely.
Yeah.
And I was just going to mention, like, really expert weaving around these enemies because some of them will inflict status ailments like curse or poison. Poison is actually a really big no-no in this run, which will actually reduce your stats, reduce the damage that you can do, and now also you take damage over time, which, as you were saying, it is an incredibly precious resource, the HP is.
Yeah. Because you're using it to damage boost to go fast, and then use your big attacks to go fast. There's only so much HP.
This is all the hallmarks of a really good Castlevania speedrun. Like, you get really strong early on, and then as you're going to be seeing in the next few minutes, we're going to be getting really, really quick toward the end of the run.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the end of this run is actually very nutty, and I recommend you stay for it because if you think we're moving fast and doing cool stuff now, the end of the last 3 minutes of this run is, I'm not exaggerating, the most broken I have ever seen a Castlevania game.
Speaking of last 3 minutes, so sorry I missed your call for donations within the last 3 minutes, but we have just seen that donation total skyrocket to over $250,000. Thanks in part to a $2,000 donation from Twitch. Woo! Thank you so much, Twitch. And just a reminder to everyone, this is Summer Games Done Quick 2025, powered by Twitch. Thank you so much to everyone who is keeping these donations coming in. We are getting so close to unlocking that bonus game.
Yes.
Great work,
Jungle Beat 1. We are across the $11,000 mark. We need to hit $50,000 before that run begins. So keep those donations coming in. I see that donation train popping off. I'll get there when we have time. But for now, back to you, JamesSwan.
You saw me elated there because that fight is not necessarily scary. It's kind of scripted, but the sequence of inputs can be pretty precise. And I did get the quick kill there that I've been practicing a lot of, so I was just very proud of myself there. And if you're not proud of yourself, who's gonna be, you know?
I'm proud of you. We're all proud of you, DragonBlitz.
Oh, thank you.
So proud of you.
Right now, we are kind of in a bit of a lull as far as like what the game wants us to do. I remember as someone who loves mashing through text and not actually reading the story, when I played this game casually, I had no clue what to do for a while. You're supposed to go back and talk to this guy. He gives you advice on like where to go next. There's like story happening that I would love to talk about, but it's I actually don't even know what the story is for this game, I'm gonna be honest.
You're going to fight Dracula, you're going to inadvertently cause Dracula to revive, and then you got to go kill Dracula. Yeah, you know,
That sounds about right.
we get it.
It was not by my hand, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah, I heard it one time in that one game, and I'm like, yeah, it's all the same. The only gimmick, I guess, for this section is that the moss on the floor like slows me down, so I'm better off like jumping through it as opposed to backdashing through it. But this is yet another like long linear section here. We're making our way towards like the next major glitch of the run. So we're almost at Dracula's castle, and what I said earlier with the whole, villagers and whatnot, we haven't saved really any villagers in quite a while. So I don't think we're going to be able to get there the normal way. So what we're going to be doing instead here is a series of, I don't even know what to call them. They're just like weird glitches that manipulate the current flag set of whether or not you're on the path for the good ending or the bad ending, which is primarily based off of how many villagers you have saved. But there is a way to essentially trick the game into giving us the good ending flag, but it requires us getting the bad ending first. So that's what we're going to be doing right now. We're heading over to the boss fight that will lead to the bad ending, but before actually getting the bad ending, we're going to, it's a little spicy. All right, we're fine. Before actually getting the bad ending, we're going to be doing a few other things. But first, I do need to set up my glyphs here. Lots of menuing, fun stuff.
Yeah, super nice. This game allows you to have multiple loadouts that you can just swap between during all this.
That's not the right one. Yeah.
Did I steal what you were going to say?
Nope. Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes a lot of the boss fights rely on switching your loadout multiple times during the fight itself. Like this, we're gonna shoot some meatballs at this guy. Oh no, he ran out of the way. We're gonna have to freestyle it a little bit. That happens. This guy's got some great voice lines, so I'm not mad if we get to hear some. Like that one.
Great death yell.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So this is the point where we are locked into the bad ending. There's pretty much nothing we can do about it. It warps us into this cutscene. We're not allowed to leave the room. If I try to leave the room, the game's like, hey, you can't do that. So what we're going to be doing instead is that magical ticket glitch. Shout outs. Just a frame perfect menu input. There we go. And now we can explore the game in this like bugged state where certain cutscenes are like loaded on top of each other, I want to say. One thing I will say is that I'm going to get some things wrong about the exact details of this run because it all comes out so fast as we're running it. So I do want to say, if you want more detailed explanation as to what I'm doing here and why it all works, I actually sat down with Algorithm, the guy who discovered a lot of these and routed this speedrun, routed a lot of the speedrun. I made a video about it. It's on my YouTube channel if you guys want to check it out. I think if you just search Order of Ecclesia speedrun by DragonBlitz, it might pop up. Or speedrun explain, something like that. So now, yes, we're good. What I did there is I went back to get a glitched cutscene, and now we're going to enter the bad ending. And that glitched cutscene gave us the flag for the good ending. So we're on the good ending path, but we have to defeat Albus one more time, that boss that we just defeated a second ago. But he's already been defeated. So the way we're going to get around that is by actually getting the bad ending.
Talking of getting to endings, might if I slip right in here with the ending of a quick donation?
Go for it.
We have $5,000 from the Yeti. And they say, hey all, Yeti here. I just wanted to give a shout out to everyone watching here on day 2. Whether you're watching your 10th SGDQ or your first, welcome. We are so proud to be longtime members of this community, and we love how everyone is so inviting and inclusive. A quick reminder that our official SGDQ 2025 collection is live, online, and in person. So if you feel like getting a new tee and supporting SGDQ, proceeds from every order go directly to MSF. Thank you so much, Yeti.
All right, second Elvis fight. He's actually going to be conserving a little bit of resources this time around.
Okay, I had to dodge that.
Yeah.
Even though the boss was defeated, I did have to dodge that. So now that we have that glitched flag set, it's going to warp us directly into this next boss fight, which is going to put us on the good ending path now. And also, we got Dominus Agony, a very useful, I also need to heal up before I forget. There we go. Very useful attack that increases our damage output by a lot. So as we have Dominus Agony active, we are taking a large portion of our health over time. But at the same time, all of our stats are increased by like 7 times or something crazy like that. So we get to output a lot more damage at the cost of health, which is very, very, very useful. So now I'm going to refill my health. There we go. Now we have Dracula's Castle unlocked.
Nice.
Now the game can begin.
It's all setting up for this.
Mind if I jump in with a few quick donations that are helping us unlock that first bonus game?
Of course, go ahead.
Well, your community is coming out in droves. We have $25 from John D. the First saying heckin' hype. We have $10 from the Crackdaw saying, nice to see the sponsor of the Human Synthesis Project on GDQ. Have fun with the run.
Thank you very much.
We have $5 from Lady Kelgana saying, hi, DB. Hi, Kiara. It's your girl, Lady Kelgana, wishing you both a great GDQ. This donation goes to DK Jungle Beat. And we also have $10 from Geological saying, Dragonblitz, longtime viewer and supporter here. Always a pleasure and love to see you on the main stage. Hammer time!
Thank you for all the kind words and all the kind donations, guys. Thank you so much. This section right here, now that we're in Dracula's Castle, we have like one objective primarily, 2 if you really think about it, not too hard. Not get poisoned, which, you know, strike 1. Strike 2 is going to be if I don't get this drop. Okay, we have a few more chances. I'm going on my way to kill these like little cat ladies here. Sorry, I know you all love cat ladies, but we need their power. That's why we're doing it. We're hoping that they drop their glyph. It's like I forget the exact percent chance. Over the course of this section of the run, I think it's about a 40% chance if I kill all of them that I do get it. If I don't get the drop, I will load a state that has it already spawned in. This is the part that makes doing speedruns of this a little bit tedious, where up to this point, imagine you're on the run of your life, everything's going great. You get to this section and the drop just doesn't happen for you. So for a showcase of just having fun and like playing through the route, it's a lot of fun for me, for sure. But it can be a brutal grind for sure. So thankfully, the Dominus collection gives us the ability to use save states and rewind and all that stuff to ensure a good, solid showcase for you all. But yeah, the save states and stuff like that would not be allowed in like a leaderboard submission, for example. But yeah, didn't get any of the drops so far. We have like one more chance before this next boss, and then after that we have another chance. And if we don't get it there, I will have to load that state, which I hope we don't have to do, because this run's been going decently well up till now. This is the Wallmaster. He's kind of a gimmick fight. It's kind of like you're supposed to just figure out that he has a glyph that spawns in the bottom right-hand corner, and you're supposed to absorb it. And that's the whole fight.
Well done.
I know. And we are going to be using that glyph to walk through this wall here. They literally let you walk through walls. They knew their games are like this, you know. Castlevania games, walls are a suggestion. There we go. We have a couple more here that we can try and get. Maybe? No. And this is our last chance before we have to load that stage.
Come on.
Let's see it. Okay.
Yeah. As you can imagine as well, you know, the earlier you get it in the run, the faster it goes. So the ideal RNG, it drops first, so...
Oh my God, we got it!
Whoa! Let's go!
Right.
Wow, so lucky. Now, this is where I need you guys to lock in with me, because things are about to get very crazy very fast. I'm going to unlock a warp room, and it is going to be, from here until the end of the run, a series of very wacky glitches that, yeah. Just trust me, you're going to want to watch this. So I equip the Arma Felix, the glyph that we just got. It is a transformation that will let me cancel out of a glitch state I'm about to perform here. We're going back to the boss rush mode. We're going to go into course B specifically for memory corruption purposes. I have to grab this map pin, close out, open it again, move this map pin into a pixel perfect position. This causes a memory corruption. I can now magical ticket out of this boss rush. And now I'm going to enter Dracula's Castle, and this is my movement. And not only that, I'm going to be bouncing all over the place. Uh-oh. Actually, I should be bouncing.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that again. I think I might have missed the pixel.
Yeah. So what's happening here is we're literally loading in junk data from somewhere else in the game, going into a spot it shouldn't be. So it's like stats for a character that doesn't exist with random data, and every pixel is a different set that's going in. They happen to find one that did some magic for us in the last 2 minutes of this run, which once we get the right pixel, you'll understand very quickly.
Yes.
There it is. That should definitely be it. Yeah, I'm used to different brightness settings at home, but it's fine. It's fine. So same speed, but this time I should be bouncing around in this room. Yes.
Yep, there you go.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah, these glitched physics bounce you around. It's very difficult to control. You're constantly moving. Like, it's very difficult to stand still, for example. I also cannot heal in this state, so I have to be very careful with how much health I have, because I'm going to take intentional damage boost there. Like, that hit I just took is probably... it's making me a little nervous, I'm not going to lie. That one's not as bad. I just have to dodge this guy here. There we go.
Nice.
Yeah. That's one of the scarier sections. I have a couple more sections that I'm basically just going to be locked in for, so just enjoy this very fast glitched movement here.
Yeah, as you can tell, like the speed, the bounciness, and like even some sort of like zips that we kind of have to do, like that first try, are incredibly unwieldy. So he did have to have that major lock-in focus, and now we are gonna do a specific double jump dive kick to zip right past. Again, it just goes from 0 to 100, maybe about 30 minutes in, but hey.
The first is going like 0 to 20, and they go 20 like 2,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of clips you can do in this state, so I think I'm okay if I don't take any more damage. It's very close. That's intentional damage boost. As long as I don't hit this guy, I'm good.
We're good.
I should be able to manage from here unless something goes very wacky. I'm going to play it very safe. I'm going to try and zip up through here. There we go. Okay, we are 100% safe now. Nice. Getting through that first try, invisible stairs.
Yep.
And then, there we go. That transformation is all we needed so we can actually save the game. In that glitch state, we can't save the game. Now we are right next to the final boss with all the Dominus pieces. Everything is set up for us. I just have to do one last menu here.
One last loadout. He also picked up the Judgment Ring, which will boost the attacks of the Dominuses as well. We are about to do a lot of damage to this Dracula, so do not blink, folks.
I think I can squeeze in a quick donation before the final boss then?
It has to be very quick.
I'll make it very quick then. We have $100 from LVH saying, great to see you at GDQDB.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
I wanted to double check all of my menus. I think I'm good. Alrighty, final boss time. Don't blink.
It's really good voice acting in this game too. Like
10 out of 10.
This is a little scary. There it is.
There, nice.
One last hit, and then it is time.
Good job.
Woo!
Again, everything that you could possibly want in a Castlevania, or Metroidvania as Castlevania speedrun. You got the glitches, you have the boss techniques, you have getting really powerful so you can fell Dracula in about 2 seconds, and who better to do it than Dragon4gonBlitz himself. Excellent work, thank y'all very much for putting us to over a 250,000 during this run.
Thank you all so much for letting me play more games for you guys. I very much appreciate it. Thank you all for showing up here live and showing up in the Twitch chat, helping support a fantastic cause. I appreciate you all. And yeah, this is a lot of fun. Thank you guys. Shouts to the couch for carrying. I needed your help.
You did it all, Dragon4gonBlitz. You did it all.
I love to yap, but...
Where can I find you? Where can I find this how speedrunners broke Castlevania Order of Ecclesia?
The youtube.com/DragonBlitz if you want to watch my scripted content. You can catch me live on twitch.tv/DragonBlitz. Just Google me. You'll find me eventually, I promise.
Did you have anything?
Look, I'm laughing too hard because what he just said. Right. Get us out of here, right?
All right, yeah, get us out of here. Thank y'all very much for tuning in.
Here.
Yeah, and I'll be seeing y'all tomorrow for some more Castlevania, Rondo of Blood, Maria mode. And that's also a very quick and powerful speed run, so do not miss that. So I think that's going to be it for us here. Thank y'all very much for tuning on in, and more GDQ will be coming at you right this second, so stay tuned.
See ya.